be Dimitri for the ball.
Well, we move into second round action, and we've just seen success for a player from Belgium, Mike De Decker, clinical in beating Graham Escher 6-5. Now it's the turn of the Belgian #1, Dimitri Van Den Bergh, taking on a gentleman I've been very impressed with this year, Richard Veenstra. It's taken him a while to take the plunge and come over to the PDC, but looking to make an impact. He was pretty comfortable in beating his fellow countryman Danny Jansen in round 1. Didn't have the best of UK Opens, lost out to Roby John Rodriguez, but this will be a real test for Dimitri Van Den Bergh, who's followed up that World Championship semi-final at the back end of the year with a steady start to his Premier League campaign and a semi-final at the UK Open where he was beaten by Michael van Gerwen, and it was a 9th consecutive defeat to Michael for Dimitri Van Den Bergh. But looking to bounce back here, and he's always really quite positive, isn't he, in going forward. But in Richard Veenstra, a man who's already got to a quarter-final of a Players' Championship this year, and this will provide a real test for Van Den Bergh, you feel, Rod?
Yeah, Veenstra against Jansen. I'm fascinated by that. Two of the most distinctive barnets in professional darts, with Jansen's mullet and Veenstra's very distinctive hair as well. You know, you would recognise him from the back very easily, wouldn't you, Richard? And
outside, Dimitri's won the ball.
Going under the darting moniker of Flyers. Good player. Been a good player for many years, hasn't he?
A very good player, and I'd have liked to have seen him across here a lot sooner. He put in a big performance, the best ever Lakeside average, best ever average at the Lakeside over 5 sets when he beat Luke Littler in their WDF World Championship last year. And I still feel
46
that he missed a trick winning that event because he looked the most composed, but eventually went to Neil Duff. But from there, Veenstra just kept chipping away for the remainder of the year, got his tour card pretty comfortably. And is here, mix it in the PDC, and it's long overdue.
180.
That was one of 2 semi-finals he reached at the Lakeside as well, wasn't it? One much earlier in 2016, I think, when I think he lost to gentleman Jeff Smith. So he's been a good player over a lengthy period, Veenstra.
57.
He got a little taste of PDC, actually qualified for the Grand Slam one year, didn't he? He didn't do himself justice in that group. He just didn't perform. This is what he can do. Back-to-back 180s, and already threatening the Dimitri Van Den Bergh throw.
138.
There's a whole host of players into round 2 now. I mentioned
55.
Menzies, Woodhouse, Humphreys. Clayton's there, into round 3. Clayton's won. Anderson comes through a thrill against Gian Van Veen. Dylan Slevin, in a good start to the year. He's into round 3. Is Veenstra about to strike the first blow in this round 2 match?
Thompson it is, and that is an excellent opening leg there for Flyers. He's off to a flyer. 13-dart opening salvo for Richard Veenstra. Breaks the Van Den Bergh throw in the very first leg of the match and goes 1 up. And starts the second leg in some style.
All you can think is that the second dart kick right there because he elected to switch, but he's hit a couple of 180s already.
100.
So we're well underway with matches in round 2 now. Aspinall, who cruised through round 1, is locked at 4 apiece with Darren Webster. Heta, who we saw on this stream earlier, he's a leg down to Danny Van Tripe. The game's come thick and fast for the players now.
136.
Dirk van Dijvenbode, one of our 4 winners on tour. 3-1 up over Graham Hall.
26.
Poor visit from Veenstra, that. It's letting Van Den Bergh back into the leg. Van Den Bergh, Lecton's come down the board. He'll try and find, there he's got one, so he should. I was going to say he should leave a finish if he just stays 19 segment. He's left it pretty healthy.
Well, it wasn't a good night in the Premier League for Van Den Bergh on Thursday in Liverpool, where he lost in the quarter-final game, the first game of the night, for him to Michael Smith. He's just outside the playoff places in the Premier League. And here's his chance at the bullseye! Well, that was epic.
What's a finish from Van Den Bergh, just as Veenstra teed up the leg with a 180. And a brilliant shot from Dimitri. And that just goes to show how crucial that extra treble 19 was on the setup shot. Some opening couple of legs here.
Yeah, he was in Liverpool on Thursday, and the travel across wasn't as smooth as it might have been. There's been a lot of snow in South Yorkshire, where, of course, Barnsley is located, so it was not that easy a trip across for Dimitri. But he's here, battling away, and that's all part and parcel of being a Premier League player, Mark, isn't it? The travel and the relentless nature of competition. Now, some Premier League players choose to miss out on the odd Pro Tour, Euro Tour. You mentioned earlier that Peter Snakebite Wright isn't playing in Barnsley today, but most of them turn out and look to keep the arm going and keep picking up the ranking points, you know, and the prize money.
Well, particularly because the Premier League is the beginning of the year, you've got nothing banked, have you, in terms of if it was the back end of the year, for example, the Premier League, and you know you're going to be in the you'd already done enough for Minehead, you might give them a swerve, but these players, like you said, just want to keep ticking over, and if you've had a good result, you want to keep that good form going, keep the momentum going. But if you had a bad result, you're going to try and play 74. I think Johnny Clayton's really benefited from the Pro Tours.
75.
$25 for 36. 36. A double that Dimitri's comfortable on. One of his favourites. Yeah, and that's why it turns a one-leg deficit into a 2-1 lead. A bright opening from the pair of them. 5 180s in the match already, but only in the fourth leg.
$93.
Josh Rock on the charge. He's into round 3.
Is this another maximum you bet it is? And those three were very closely grouped together. Great grouping, great scoring from Van Den Bergh.
77.
6 maximums. And a 1-3-2 finish from Dimitri Van Den Bergh as well.
180.
Wow.
Now then.
And those 2 180s have come at the beginning of a leg. Dimitri Van Den Bergh for the perfect leg.
Can he? Agony.
58.
And the next match on this stream, Jose de Souza and Steve Lennon.
100.
And this game may not take long, even if it goes all the way. It's being played at a frantic pace. It's being played at a massive standard as well. Van Den Bergh, 16 for ball. He's already hit the ball at the end of a 1-3-2 combination. Is he going to get it at the end of an 83? He is. This is some display from Dimitri Van Den Bergh. And to think when he hit that 1-3-2, Richard Veenstra was waiting on double 8 to lead 2-0. And since then, he hasn't had a look in there. Look at the averages. Veenstra averaging up at above 112.5. Well, towards 112.5. But he's got no answer at the minute. Van Den Bergh has the break in hand and is halfway to a place in the last 32.
Well, we've seen a 1-3-2 out from Van Den Bergh. We saw that last leg there when he went off 180 to tee up a 9-dart bid. That wasn't successful, but a bullseye finish at the back of the leg.
60.
Nonetheless, a second bullseye finish of the match for the Belgian when he leads 3-1. And as Mark pointed out, Veenstra's performance has been top class too.
96.
4 maximums and an average that was over 112 briefly there. So this is top class tungsten from both players.
And we're just talking about, we talked earlier, didn't we, Rod, how every game's different. We talk about with Damien Hetter's performance, how Danny Van Tribe would have to play so much better to compete. Well, Danny Van Tribe, his level is pretty much the same, averaging 84.5, and he leads Damien Hetter by 4 legs to 0. Hetter's average has dropped 22 points. He's currently averaging around about 77, so that seems what's happening Damien this year. The inconsistencies we mentioned, that he's not made it past the last 32, and he's in a spot of bother again. No such worries here for Dimitri, though.
66.
Not yet anyway, but we know that a match can turn on a couple of visits.
99.
But he is playing well here, Van Den Bergh.
Biggest compliment you could pay Dimitri. He rarely has an absolute shocker, does he, Rod? He's always there or thereabouts. He's consistent. Does miss some doubles. Been on point here so far.
Well, I think this year, like a lot of top players, he'll want to add another big title to his CV. Now, we know he won the World Match Play, but that was in times when it was behind closed doors.
He hit a ball finish again. He opted there. It was clever from Dimitri Van Den Bergh. When you're 118, you miss the treble 20, you can either shuffle along, try and force that treble. It was an early decision to go 48 ball. 3 of his 4 legs have been won on a bullseye. A 132, an 83, and a 118. 4-1. He leads Richard Veenstra, and Richard Veenstra hasn't done a great deal wrong here.
60.
No, not much that he can do about any of this, really. Van Den Bergh by 4-1 in a race to 6. And it's like the treble 20 is a magnet to his darts.
Switching again, Veenstra saw that in the second leg, obviously not liking the lie. Jeffrey de Swan, who been quietly going about his business, just booked his place in round 3. He beat Steve Beaton in round 1. He's just beaten Luke Peters, and he put in an impressive performance against Gedwin Price in the UK Open last week. Average 105 in a race to 10.
6.
And I think we thought when Raymond van Barneveld retired, Rod, he'd be the natural partner for Michael van Gerwen at the time, didn't we, Jeffrey de Swan?
Yeah.
95.
In terms
Kind
of the
of
World
disappeared off the darting radar briefly, didn't he? But seems to be getting his way back. Tops.
77.
It's not far away. Well, you wouldn't put anything past Van Den Bergh at the moment. 2 treble 20s to start.
There's another ball. There's
Well,
another ball.
20.
The ball hitting from Van Den Bergh has been incredible. Will he get another go in this leg? He's going in.
5.
Well, double 14. Double 7.
Rare miss.
Just stick to the bull, Dimitri.
Veenstra was conceded defeat on this leg. He was shaking his head in the background. Lie on top of that, and he misses again. He's thinking about this now, Dimitri. Is it straight at it? Is it split? Or is he just... And he does have these moments where he just likes to take a deep breath and take his time.
Game shot.
5-1. And you find it hard to make a case for Richard Veenstra to find his way back into this match. Now, that was a key leg. He missed a stack of doubles. 5 consecutive legs. Remember, Veenstra won the opener. Has won the next... and lost the next 5.
Well, the task
60.
is simple to describe for Veenstra. He's got to win 5 consecutive legs. It's not simple to do, is it?
43.
And the most likely thing now is that Van Den Bergh wins by 6 legs to 1, thereby reeling off 6 consecutive legs.
6.
Not sure what went on with that last start there. The release was all wrong, and you could tell by the reaction.
99.
Raymond van Barneveld, 6-0 win over Lee Evans. He's into round 3.
100.
Dylan Slevin, impressive again. He's through. Dirk van Dijvenbode, who won the last Pro Tour. 6-1, he's into round 3. Who will be joining him here? It's looking like Dimitri Van Den Bergh, and it should be Dimitri Van Den Bergh. But he's just got to stay focused and finish the job, do a professional job here.
140. $45.
Well, the frustration evident as well it might be, because Veenstra's visit there has handed Van Den Bergh a pretty straightforward route to a 6-1 win. And he's left 42 out of 15 darts here, Dimitri. 2 darts away, and he can take his pick of double here. He can pick tops, double 16, double 18 that he likes as well, we know.
Yeah, for a convincing display.
32, double 16 for Van Den Bergh.
26.
He's not there yet. Veenstra to prolong the tie. 20 for Bull. We've seen plenty of Bull hitting from Van Den Bergh. Not from Richard Veenstra. And possibly his last start in Players Championship 5. Van Den Bergh, who's missed a couple already, to finish the job here.
On double 8. Well, he's found the Bull hitting easy, but not the outer ring.
12.
5 for a place in the 3rd round, and Veenstra can't believe his luck. Still going to take some turnaround, but he's got to start somewhere.
Game.
And he gets one of the breaks back. Veenstra hangs on in there. Still plenty of work to do, but Dimitri Van Den Bergh will be kicking himself that he hasn't finished the job there. We go on.
At 5-1, it seemed like mission impossible. It's now merely mission
104.
very highly improbable for Richard Veenstra. He's still going to win 4 consecutive legs here, but he just fashioned a break of throw there. At one point, he needed 3 breaks to throw and 2 holds. He now needs 2 breaks to throw and 2 holds.
Yeah, still massive advantage. A couple of results coming through. Danny Noppert, who's won on tour this year, has just lost to Sean Wilkinson. Nathan Rafferty has won a last leg the side leg. His Roby John Rigg, really good game, that one. Rafferty just edging through.
100.
Veenstra looking to back up that, well, you call it a steal in leg 7, with a comfortable hold.
123.
Van Den Bergh missed 5 darts for the match at double at the back end of that 6th leg. 7th leg, sorry. But Veenstra's first to the double here, tops.
61.
And so it looks like going 5-3 now.
But Veenstra did miss a stack of doubles earlier on.
Game
But
shot.
not on this occasion. 13 dart hold, back within 2. He's won after losing 5 successive legs. Veenstra stopped the rock with winning 2 of his own. Still, massive advantage in favour of this man, Dimitri Van Den Bergh. He is having a little wobble here.
So as I said a moment ago, Veenstra needed 3 breaks and 2 holds.
104.
He's now got it down to 2 breaks and 1 hold.
Looking more.
Are you becoming swayed by my argument, Mark, that he's still got a chance?
Oh, he has. He certainly has got a chance.
97.
Particularly now.
$125.
Oh, that's nice.
And you have to say, apart from missing some doubles, Veenstra's played well. His average still around the mid-90 mark. Just creeping
94.
up. Above 97. Van Den Bergh has come down.
95.
Veenstra was looking a beaten man. He was shaking his head. You think you're a beaten man when your opponent's on match darts and you're 5-1 down. So turnaround this could be.
60.
Well, it seemed odds on a 6-1 tonking at one point. Well, it was odds on a 6-1 tonking.
Double 12 for a 141.
Hey.
Clinical from Veenstra. Now then, he needed 3 breaks and 2 holds. He now needs 1 of each. Starting with a hold now, and are we going to a 4th match in succession with a deciding leg?
Well, this is incredible, really.
60.
As fightbacks go, this is incredible. From 5-1 down to a top 10 ranked player in the PDC, who had the darts, by the way, in the 7th leg,
60.
Van Den Bergh. Veenstra has reeled off 3 consecutive legs, culminating in a 141 that featured a 13-dart leg
140.
and a great escape in the 7th when Van Den Bergh missed 5 darts for the leg and hence for the match. So it's been a real mixed bag of leg wins by Veenstra. They've come by all manners and means, but they have all come, and he's won 3 on the trot, and he's now just 1 behind. Can he hold here to level up?
The last two as well, Rod, have been convincing, haven't they? He pinched the first one in that 3-leg streak, but these last two...
79.
And he's got a decent lead here as well. Van Den Bergh is unravelling.
104.
Veenstra is getting everything done in just double quick time as well. Van Den Bergh, you feel, has conceded that this is going to the deciding leg. Had a 141 in the last leg. Can't accompany it with a 101, but he'll be back. Looking like a deciding leg.
Well, he's utilised 2 different routes on 101, hasn't he? 60 single 1 tops to 60 single 9 double 16.
5
It's his darts, he can throw them where he likes. Double 8. He'd like to throw it in double 8.
Game.
He has done. Well, incredibly, Richard Veenstra, from 5-1 behind, has won 4 consecutive legs against the former world match play champion Dimitri Van Den Bergh. It's 5 each. Last leg, 11th leg. Van Den Bergh has the darts. Past start, you'd say, with 1 big treble, 99 scored. This is better.
180.
This is much better.
You have to say, Richard Veenstra's level of play has been good throughout. It was one of them, Rod, where he'd probably sitting there thinking, how am I 5-1 down? You know, his level of play did not deserve that scoreline, but it was so clinical from Van Den Bergh. But it could be one of the most remarkable turnarounds.
96.
Edges in front. What has Van Den Bergh got here? He'll stay down. He goes back up now. He needs that treble. Can't get it. Veenstra has got 6 darts from here, minimum.
Well, at the start of the 7th leg, it was any price you'd like, Richard Veenstra. He's now favourite. Absolutely astonishing. He's now favourite. And he's quite a strong favourite in point of fact, because after 9 darts, he's left 85. And Van Den Bergh is a mile back, but he can do something about it. And he is doing something about it.
Van Den Bergh mismatched darts to win 6-1. And when he missed them, he probably expected he'd get plenty more. He may not. This is... Unmatched darts have come and gone for Veenstra.
Well, what a match this is. Incredible. Van Den Bergh, more match darts. Should be at least 1 here. He'll get 2 at double 16. And he holds on to win somehow. He should have won. He could have won 6-1. He then quite possibly could and should have lost 6-5. He hasn't. He's won 6-5. Dimitri Van Den Bergh wins an absolute belter in Barnsley. Richard Veenstra is distraught, and well, he might be. He came back.